I know it's about to pop right back up. Oh, great. Perfect. All right, guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. We are back. We are back in full effect. Guys, look, at the outset, I do want to apologize for the lack of promoting this particular live tonight. Tuesday was a pretty rough one for me today, but nonetheless, we are here and we are going to do our best, and that's for sure. Um, do what you got to do when you come into the chat and hit that like button as you enter. Please make sure you are subscribed. Again, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube is purging, and I think it's really targeting like the lower, like the smaller streamers, like my channel in
Why?
particular. So
What's happening?
yeah, man. I don't know what's going on, but it's like a wave of small streamers are being demonetized, and like the notifications and all that is like being deactivated from their subscribers, so they don't know if they're going live. This is not just a me thing, but I think it's just generally speaking, it's particularly being done to the smaller streamers. So guys, please make sure you hit that like bell. Make sure you are subscribed and notification and all that stuff. One second. Oh yeah. Um, what was I about to say? Okay, whatever. It slipped my thought. But we are back on this wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Just a couple days just before the holiday, guys. Thanksgiving, if you guys don't celebrate it or whatever day you call it, but I call it Thanksgiving because I think it's a day to remember what you are thankful for and to just be grateful. Just be grateful for another year. Your family made it, your health, your wellness, all these things, guys. Because look, I was just thinking about the other day, like, man, there are people who are quadriplegics right now. And, people who are, neurologically disabled and just don't have the full, they don't have all their faculties to them. So it's just great to be thankful that if you're in full able body health, that's something to be thankful for if you can't think of anything to be thankful for. So just be grateful that you're here, you made it, and that's a blessing. And thank God for that, nonetheless. We got my panelists in the house. You already know Dizzy Daz is in the building. What's up? What's up?
Hi,
And your
everybody.
boy, oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Daz.
No, I was just saying, hey, everybody.
hmm And we got your boy Renegade Abe. I know it's not what he go by, but
You already know what it is, man. We ain't doing nothing but prospering and positive thinking, man.
right.
Anything to move forward.
I hear you. I hear you, Abe. I hear you, man. I mean, I see you got the do rag on, man. What you on your
This
Tupac
ain't
shit?
a do rag on me. I've been on these, and
What is
personally,
that,
don't nobody be rocking a lot of these but me, man. Real
Abe?
talk. I
What is it?
could, if shit get busy, I could do the. You
Oh
already
hell
know,
no!
cuz
Is that what that is?
no, do you know what it is?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't.
Okay, don't worry about it, cuz you'll see them around as
It's a
soon as
little.
I
It's
get
a
the
little. It's a.
brand popping.
It's a little too thugged out for me, Abe. I ain't gonna lie, G.
Hey, well, my apologies. I don't mean for that, man. This is all about positivity and understanding. That's what this channel is. The real and the
Yeah.
woke, man.
Not the fake unwoke. You got it, G. All right, guys. So if y'all saw the thumbnail, I don't know if y'all are aware, but there was this video that went viral of this teacher. Pretty much, she was going on this rant about how difficult it is teaching these kids today in this generation. Um, I don't want to zero it in on. I don't want to hone it in on just black kids, but disproportionately it's looking like black kids are just kind of glomming onto this degenerate ass music that we have. And this is what she was really more so speaking on is like these kids were asking about these ratchet ass songs that we hear today on the radio on the radio. I don't listen to it. I don't know about y'all. I don't listen to the radio. I absolutely, if I do listen to the radio, it's talk radio or jazz. I cannot listen to anything other than that. Um, but she was just going on this rant. She's a ballet teacher. I'm gonna play the video, and she can kind of go into her thoughts about what she was, what her grievance is. But I don't know if you guys saw that video. If you have, just sit back, or you can, you know what, you can comment and share your thoughts or whatever. But yeah, before I play this, Dez or Abe, do y'all have anything to say about that little synopsis that I gave, or y'all just want to go straight into it?
I'll wait.
Let's let's get busy.
All right, cool. I'm gonna share it right now. Hey, Marlene. Hey, Donna. How y'all doing? All right, let's go. Insta Grizzy. All right, y'all can see this, right? Can y'all see it?
It's popping
Yeah,
up.
I can see it.
Yeah, I see it.
You can see it, Abe. Okay.
Yup.
All right. Let me-
All the parents. If you're a parent and your
Y'all can hear that, right? Too.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet, 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up. They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you. I'm calling out all the parents. If
All right,
you're a
hold up,
parent and
hold
your
up.
child
There's
is in
another part to
pre-K to
this. Hold up.
and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today, I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit. And mind you, this is a mom. Clearly she didn't want to sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it. What world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart-wrenching is horrifying and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and
Oh, hold up.
redirect their kid.
Last video. This is the last part.
It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town
Oh my goodness.
and Ski Yee. Your daughters, your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound?
Damn. That's bold.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm so scared for these little girls today because this is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life. We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. 5. Where's the parenting? Where's the boundary? It is horrifying.
Okay. Before we jump into this, I just want to read this comment because it's just like standing out like a sore thumb. This guy here, Nectar, says, she sounds dumb. Do your job, help the kids that want to be taught. Move on from those. This is the bad thing about teaching kids, about kids teaching kids or kids coaching kids. A smart teacher would learn from her time the kid threw something, stop giving them the things to throw. She probably make her 5-year-old ballet class like her college class. Learn to coach according to the age, no matter how bad a 5-year-old is. A great leader, coach, teacher can mold them in a better direction. I think that is a excellent starting point, because just that's going to be sort of the antithetical view. I think a lot of people are going to say is, hey, look, it's your job as a teacher to teach the kid, coach the player that's on the team, and teach them at their age. But I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Miss Des, you got that grimacing look on your face, so I love to hear what your thoughts are, and then Abe, you follow up, and I'll, as always, go last.
So you agreed with the comment that he made, or was it
Oh,
just a particular
hey,
part?
hey! I'm going to insert my opinion last, dear. I
I
want to hear what
mean,
you have to say.
it'll. I mean,
Okay,
okay,
I'll say no. I didn't agree with that. No, I do
okay.
not agree with that comment. No, but I'm just saying that that's the antithetical. That's the opposing view that some people will have. Hey, don't if you weren't prepared for this, and I'm playing devil's advocate. If you weren't prepared for this, why take the job as a teacher? That's what some people
Bro,
would say.
let's
Hold
be
up, Abe.
honest,
Hold up,
after
Abe. Hold up, Abe. Let her go, and then you go next.
So first of all, we should be happy that we have a young female individual who wants to do something for the kids. 22 years old, most females, at least females that I know, are not really anywhere wanting to take care of no kids in any way, form, or fashion, whether it's theirs, somebody else's, or whatever. So we should be happy. And me being an individual, I took ballet growing up. I took ballet for 5 years. I took ballet, I took jazz, and I took tap. And back then, when I was dancing, when I was a dancer, we had older teachers. Now they weren't like super old, but there were I came across a few older generational teachers. And the fact that you have this young girl who has a talent and really wants to help a set of kids that she really don't have to help, she don't have to dedicate her time to, is willing to do it. So the fact that the job of one babysitting somebody's kids, because let's be honest, if they're dropping them kids off, that's all they do. They dropping them to a babysitter that just so happens to teach them dance. You know what I'm saying? While they're out doing whatever it is that they want to do. So I'm just really disappointed in the comment that the guy made, because I disagree. As a woman, she may not have started that job saying, oh, yeah, I hope I don't get a group of bad little girls. She doesn't know what type of little girl she's going to get into. And to be honest, how many mothers are putting their kids in ballet? I don't know, not one of my friends. Matter of fact, there's only one other chick that I know that actually took ballet. I don't really know too many people that took ballet. You know what I'm saying? So
is there like and I don't know, but is there like a particular set of skills, or what what did you gain out of taking that class when you were young, if you can recall, or if just looking back on it, like what do you think you gained from that?
Well, I gained direction. I gained an excitement for dance. Now, I did, like I said, I only did it for 5 years. I got tired of it, especially going to shows and going to practice 3 days out of the week, after school. Like, I really did enjoy the art of it. However, I'm just kind of still stuck on this. I mean, you don't really have to have a skill or talent, but some people they're just into it.
Okay. All right. Let me hear, Abe. What's your thoughts, man? What do you have to say about the matter?
man, I highly agree with her on what she said. It's very difficult, especially at a young age. I'm talking babies teaching babies type shit. At a young age, you have been assigned and have oathly dedicated yourself to a certain thing, but that's the importance of it, is you dedicated yourself to that. You chose to do that. But at the same time, there must be an understanding. Maybe she wasn't really prepared for the gravity of that situation of teaching these children.
That's a good point.
Like, she wasn't completely prepared. She wanted it. Granted, she wanted it. Give her kudos for that, for wanting to help children. She wanted it, but
Hey, don't you think there's a distinction? Don't you think there's a distinction between, like, dealing with kids, kids who are displaying sort of
yeah.
like
But here's the
bad
thing.
behavior versus
But
a child is
here's the
asking
thing.
you
Here's
to
the
play
thing,
Pound
cuz.
Town, Sexy Red.
Here's the thing, cuz. I gotta sympathize with her. Because how many of our homies have I helped and tried to help, and how many fell by the wayside and we had to walk away from? You can't do that with children.
So you're saying that
So
she
the
should
dedication is
persevere.
different. The dedication is different because you see that the potential is different.
So you're saying that she should just persevere and just deal with it
No,
because she pledged
shouldn't.
an oath.
It's not persevering and deal with it. She should advance herself. She should upgrade. She should take a step back and go back to, like, the former school she was in, teaching the children. One, teaching children. Two, she could probably use a little help with, like, support, my bad, my camera all over the place because I'm on this bitch, but I'm on this thing. Excuse me. Strike one.
Yeah.
But
Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
All right,
yeah.
let me chime in on this. So look, man, I'm just gonna tell you straight up and down. It is not this woman's job to teach these damn kids some damn manners.
Yeah.
It's
It is
not her
not
job
this woman's job.
to
No,
teach
it's
them
not her
manners.
job. I don't
No,
give a damn. This
no.
school is not meant to raise no children. You're
Yeah.
supposed to listen.
Well,
What do
You're
you
supposed
think
to
educating them is?
it's not about the
educate.
schooling,
You're
But it's
man.
a
supposed.
form
It's
of
All
about
right.
it's a
what
See,
it's
hold up. I
about
gave
what
every last one of you. I gave both of y'all an opportunity to speak. Let me say what I have to say, please. This is what I have to say. It is not the job of the school, of the educator, to to inculcate your children with values and principles and morals and proper manners. It is the personal responsibility of the damn parents. Word up. If your child is going to the school and acting a damn fool, if your child is being going to the school and acting a damn fool, that's a reflection of the parenting. That is
Yeah.
a direct reflection. And you know what? I take this to heart because my child had these issues. And I didn't blame it on the lack thereof of the teacher's preparation. It is completely my fault. Absolutely entirely my fault. There's something I'm not doing to where she's going to the school and misbehaving. I take responsibility and I apply it to myself. And I believe that holds true in this scenario, this case right here. This woman just wants to listen. She came to teach a particular curriculum about ballet. She didn't.
exactly my
It's not
yeah.
about
I'm gonna let you
okay.
say what you gotta say, but that's my point, and I'm gonna make it in a second. Go ahead, cuz.
It's about ballet. That's what she went to school for. That's what she's mastered in. It is not about teaching these kids how to behave. It's not. Listen, and I get it. They can. I think teachers, counselors, uh, you know, any sort of secondary level support is great for children, coaches, all that, what have you. But I think it is absolutely solely entirely the duty of the parents to make sure that when you send your child out in the world, they know how to behave, and that's word to my mama.
Neil, what if they don't have parents?
What if they don't have parents? What do you
What if
mean? They
they don't?
orphans?
What if they don't have parents?
It's
What if they
always the
don't have a
extreme.
structured mom and
It's
dad?
always the extreme, man. It's always the extreme. What if they're an
No,
orphan? What if they don't have parents?
it's a life situation, so it can get as
Well, the
extreme as
parents,
it can
that means
possibly
the
get.
that means the parent, whoever that parent is, have failed that child. They have
Okay, so
absolutely
There's a
again,
lot
failed
of
them.
them out there,
just
Kurt. Come
because the
on
parent
now.
fails the child doesn't mean that the child can't get structure elsewhere. That's
Not
like,
by the state, not by the government.
but
What do
then
you
by
mean?
who? Then by who
By
then?
the parents. That's why I
But
said
if
it's
what if
so.
the parents aren't doing it, who is going to do it?
Then you're dumb. If the parents can't do it, your dumb ass should have never had children.
But that still
Down the
leaves the
Mongo.
children. So what happens to the children? The children don't. I keep telling you this, and I said this the last live. I said it the live before. Kids do not come out of the womb 30 and educated. You can't sit here and not teach these children and expect
It is.
them to just get
It's
themselves
not the
together.
duty of the school system to
It
teach your
is it's
children.
the duty of the school system. It's the duty of the government.
No, it's
The duty.
not.
Yes, it
Do
is.
you
Yes,
understand what the
it
hold
is.
on, hold on, hold on? Do you
Yes, it
understand what
is.
the do you want okay, if that's true, Des, then you are in agreement with this sick, perverted ass agenda that the government is currently
No,
right now
no,
trying to
no,
push
no, no.
upon our children.
There's
No,
a
what do you mean?
difference, Neil. There's a
Wow.
difference in teaching. There's positive teaching and there's negative teaching. A
There's
child
no
going
distinction
out,
in the government. They're going to teach the children
what?
what they think the kid. There's no distinction with the government and good and bad and or evil and
Listen,
good.
I don't care what nobody say. You can go out here right now. So that's like saying you wouldn't want, let's say there's a child and they come from two disgusting parents. And my child still has to go out into the world. If my child runs into, let's say, a politician in a grocery store unknowingly, right? A politician, and the politician tells him, you know what? You're a black kid in this community, and one day you're going to be something. All you have to do is put your mind to it. All you have to do is this, and that, and you'll be well on your way. You wouldn't want somebody outside of the parent to teach the child, to give them some form of guidance.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I just said, and I said it unequivocally clear. I'm all for any sort of societal support and pointing
So
the
school
children
is
in the
not
right
a
direction.
societal support.
I'm all listen, I'm all for that. I'm also all
School is
for
not a societal
school.
support.
I'm all for school buttressing children in the right direction. I'm all 100% for that. But it's not their job. It's not their obligation. Their job is to teach math, science, technology, and
But you
and
can't say,
physics
but you
and
can't,
history.
you can't say that because that's not realistic.
It
That's
is
not
realistic. Once
realistic.
Hold
upon a
on, Neil. Hold on, Neil. Let's take it back to
hold
the
up, hold up. Hey,
beginning.
hey, pause for 1 second. I want to read this chat and then I'm gonna let you jump in.
Bet.
GZDR4Ev said many of these kids are from broken homes and schools are used as a babysitter while the parents are out working two jobs. Precisely. School then turns around and only want to teach the kids enough to pass the basics. Oh yeah, man. And I got an article too. I'm gonna pull up just to substantiate what you just said. And Donna says, mother is wrong. When mother hands over her daughter to you, you are under her care and you have the right to be respected by your daughter. You have the right to discipline the daughter. Okay. One who cares says, I teach third grade. Parents are not being held accountable for their own. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, go ahead, Abe.
Yeah, like I said, like she was saying, I agree on that tip because in the end, a lot of parents are not taking accountability. Like even when I even when I go pick up my son, I'm like, man, look at how many kids is here, and a couple of them sometimes, hey, I might have to drive home.
They don't even show up to parent teacher conferences anymore.
But it's not like, oh, I gotta drive them home or nothing. It's like, you know what I'm saying, such and such was supposed to come pick them up. And you never know what parent it is.
These parents are disengaged, man.
Like they say it's up to the parents. You're right. But then in the end, what happens when one of the parents runs for government aid.
What do
It's
you
not
mean?
up to the parent. It's not up to the parents anymore.
I'm not
When you run
following
the
you. What do you mean?
government aid, it's not up to the parents anymore.
You said when she's getting government aid, it's not up to the parents.
It's not up to the parents anymore.
Uh,
No, not not receiving government aid. When you register your name in with the child to the government, it's not. It's not the same shit, bro.
I disagree.
Like
I,
you
I totally
like
disagree.
it's not, because imagine, because I have one baby mama I'm dealing with government aid, and the other I am not. When
All
you're
right.
dealing with the one with government aid, it's not the same shit, because you can go away to jail just for skipping payments. And I pay $761 a month for my son.
Okay. Well.
So it's kind of like not. It's not the same thing, because my other son, he good. He moving around. We do our thing. I'm going to his ball games, everything. But on the other hand, I still got this bill. And if I don't pay it, even if I see my son do what I gotta do for him, if I don't pay that bill, it's over.
Yeah. I mean, they are your financial responsibility.
And
Of
that's
course.
$761 a month, homie.
Okay. Well, I
So
mean,
you gotta imagine
unfortunately,
first of
you don't.
all, you gotta imagine the gravity you gotta do to provide that,
Hey,
along with a
babe.
life
I'm
of
not.
your
I'm not.
own.
Hey, babe. I'm not. I'm truly not understanding where you stand. Are you saying that it is the obligation of the school to pick up where the parent has left
No,
left
it's
off?
not the obligation of the
I
school.
think
Old girl.
I think it is the issue.
The
That's
It's
the
not an
problem.
obligation.
obligation, but
No,
it
here's
should
the
be.
thing. The obligation lies on the parents, and it's up to them to make sure there's no slack to be picked up by the school. If
All
That's
right.
there's slack to be picked up by the school in the future, there's going to be slack to be picked up by the police.
All right. Well, I'm about
You
to play this
can't
other
look
video.
for now. Look for the
All right.
future, man.
All right. Listen, I'm about to play this next video. I want y'all to tell me what y'all thoughts are on this because this is related to the topic. Tell me if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear that?
No.
You can't hear it?
No. Play
Ah.
it again.
All right.
You gotta turn the volume up.
You can't hear it though? Can you hear it,
No.
or it's just like
It
okay.
sound you can I think you can. It sound like it's turned all the way down.
You still can't hear it?
Mm-mm.
All right. Let me I know what I gotta do. Hold up. I knows what I got to do. Let me just pull it up just like that. Gotta pull up this video file. Desktop. All right. 1 second, y'all. That right there. Pull that
I
up.
really don't want to use responsibility and obligation in the same sentence because it is.
What do
two
you
different
disagree with me with, Des? What do you like? What's your?
I do think if the kids, yes,
every semester.
well,
Can y'all hear that?
yeah,
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Let me play this real quick, Des, and I'll let you jump right back in. All right.
yeah.
This, I end up having this, angst every semester that a lot of my lower ones are blacks.
Ex-Georgetown law professor Sandra Sellers' conversation with Professor David Batson was recorded on Zoom. We've learned the video was made available to their students. It's been viewed more than 600,000 times on Twitter.
It's some really good ones, but there are also usually some that are just plain at the bottom. It drives me crazy.
It was almost a knowing type of silence, as if he was co-signing.
Eric Williams is a D.C. civil rights attorney and Georgetown alumnus. He encouraged alumni to pull their financial support of the school if Sellers remained on staff.
What's especially troubling about the professor's statements about black students scoring at the bottom is that We don't know if that's true or not.
Williams says one must put this latest incident in context. Georgetown University was built on land owned by the Jesuit priests of Maryland. In 1838, they sold 272 slaves to pay off the school.
All right, okay, that's not really relevant. So we got another teacher here telling the truth about how extraordinarily difficult it is teaching wild, unruly black children. Are y'all now still saying that it's her job? It is because she signed up for it. It's her responsibility to carry out her duty as a teacher.
Yes,
and
it is.
to
She
teach.
clearly didn't do her research.
Yes.
Wow. So Abe, are you saying
clearly
that she
didn't
should
do her research? Because
what
these days, I don't know what her idea of a classroom is, but it gets out of hand. And different discipline, there are actually a lot of different disciplinary actions that lie outside of domestic violence and shit. And
what
things.
the hell are you talking about? They're not gonna listen. Corporal punishment is not.
Hold
They're not
on,
gonna
hold
implement.
on. You telling me we didn't go to the same school and we didn't have teachers that were able to give us brain teaser questions that would literally calm us down and stop us?
I mean,
We went to the same school,
sure.
cuz.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I
so
don't
you
know.
telling me we can't do the same thing?
We can't do
You
what?
telling me we haven't been through the actually more
No,
extreme circumstances?
no. These kids are mimicking this degenerate black culture that we have right now. This degeneracy that
Okay,
we
That's
see
the
right
thing.
now.
That's
can I
the
chime
thing.
in real quick?
Hold up, Abe.
What is
let
a
her.
degenerate? What is a degenerate black culture? Like we know degeneracy, and it's in every culture.
No,
What's
not
a degenerate black culture?
disproportionately. It's in blacks. We pedestalize fucking toxicity and dysfunction. We
That's
pedestalize
because,
dysfunction.
yo, bro, you sitting here like you don't allow it in the household.
I don't. I'm the man.
None,
No,
huh?
no. Now, granted, I mean I can't be in every nook and cranny, but no. Generally speaking,
But
I do not
that's the
allow.
point. That's because we can't be in every nook and cranny. All we
Oh,
can do, like degeneracy is a
Abe,
taught
Abe, 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 Abe.
behavior.
Okay, go ahead, Des. You were about to say something.
I was just gonna say this is the thing. We've come to the conclusion, okay, that children of all races, let's get that clear. And I get tired of hearing people always, oh, it's just the black kids. No, it's not. Because I've been in positions where it's not just the black child. I've gone to a lot of places and I've seen a lot of black children act with character, act with etiquette, and act with poise. I've seen other ethnic driven children who do not act right, who will curse their parents stink and won't think twice about it. So when they're in school acting up and they're in school doing whatever they want to do because Karen didn't put them in a place, then what do you say about that? I've seen Indian children act out. I've seen African children act out. Asian children act out.
It
I
doesn't
don't.
happen at the same rate,
Yeah, first of all,
though,
don't
Des.
forget, homie.
It does not.
There's
But we've all come to the conclusion that clearly it's the parents. That's not the dispute. The dispute is since we know it's the parent, now we have to find a solution to help the children.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
So if the parents are not doing it, somebody got to do it. Now we're not sitting here saying, "Oh, go out on camping trips and have emotional you know what I'm saying, hour-long meetings." Nobody's telling you to keep the child and have a slumber party overnight. Nobody's telling you to do that. But put the child in the right direction. Put the child in the right direction. No, it's not your obligation because it's not your biological child.
I think that every good teacher that has compassion will um I think every
They
teacher
should.
that has the children's, they will though. Every good teacher will do that. But I'm
So,
saying
But you
is
so I
can't.
don't
You
really
got. You got
understand
to
what you
take
that
her
be
these
saying
good
age.
with that
teachers that
Her
we're
age. You got
referring
to
to,
take her
they're
age
being
and
overwhelmed. They're being
you have to take her age and experience in the
go ahead, man.
accountability, homie. Like she's 22. Yeah, that sounds like, oh yeah, she could be a teacher. Yo, this day society, there's other skills that are taught in to prepare you for these teachings that she probably didn't get. She probably came in with her own idea in sense of how the classroom should be or would be, but she didn't know that, it's ballet. She's a
She didn't
ballerina.
know
She does
she
ballet.
didn't know
That
what?
takes
She didn't know what? The
discipline.
black children, she didn't know black
That
children were
takes,
wild.
bro.
She
That being
she
a
didn't know
being a
she didn't know
all
black
ballerina
children
children
went
takes
are
off the
wild,
chain.
discipline.
Neil. All children are wild.
Yeah,
No,
all
no, no,
kids
no,
are
no.
wild, bro. You
Yes,
gotta tame them
all
down. It's
children
like
are
when I
wild.
used to take jujitsu.
No,
They
no.
used to. What do you mean no? It's the same shit. Like when I used to take jujitsu, dog. Like they calm you down. They find a way and sense to calm you down first. Every
Okay, you
kid
can't
got that.
compare. You can't compare a discipline such as jujitsu with teaching students. They have to focus on other
Yes.
children that's in the
What are you
classroom that
talking
wants
about?
to
Well,
learn.
It's a
Listen to me.
class
okay,
like
so
any
you
other
have all of them
class.
kids. You got all of
It's a
them kids in
class
one
like any other
classroom.
class.
You have all of
You
those
come
kids
through,
in
you
one
sit down, you
classroom.
study.
So you can find a way, find a format, just like you do a curriculum. You build a curriculum and you go by what's in that book. So when you have a
Exactly.
group of students and you have their attention, you have the ability to manipulate their minds into doing what you want them to do.
Especially when you're showing kids how to kick ass.
If these kids can go out here and listen to Pound Town, you think you can't teach a
Yeah,
child
you
how to
can't
read?
you can't convince them to fight,
Y'all
If
not
they want to
understanding me.
fight, you
Y'all
nigga.
not.
think
Y'all
Come
teach them
on.
how
truly.
to play the piano? You
Y'all are
can't teach
truly.
the little girls how to be a ballerina. If I was a teacher, if I was a
That's a
ballet
hell of a
teacher
discipline.
going into, if I was a ballerina and I or a teacher and I wanted to teach little girls ballet, you best believe every time they come to my class, they gonna learn something. Whether it's about how they body work, whether it's about an issue they may be having at home, because maybe they can't deal with the parents. So my thing
That's
is,
why they have teachers.
but that's what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
is to some degree. If you're teaching a child, I don't care what you're teaching the child, you go to college and you're taught different, you know what I'm saying? You have different classes, you have different areas of your education that you learn when you go to your teacher. You have a teacher that teaches you math, you have a teacher that teaches you history,
And then you
a
find
whole
out which
area of
teacher
things that
to
you can
look
be taught.
for what you need.
So a teacher, and what's crazy about the situation is,
I am so appalled by what y'all saying
I
right
don't
now.
know why.
Absolutely, utterly appalled.
Cause you ain't trained in being the art
And
of the student.
I genuinely thought that we
There's
would
still
agree on this
being the
issue,
art
but I
of the
guess
student.
So
There's an art
okay,
of the student
we've
and the art of the master.
acknowledged that the parents are the problem. What is the solution? What is
Most
the
of the
solution
time,
so
yeah.
that we further not get more children how they are right now, or change the
listen.
minds of the children that we have right now? How do we do that so that we don't have these conversations? What are we supposed to do?
Hold up. Hold up. Vicky. I know you are in the chat. Vicky is
Hey,
a
Vicky. Hey,
yeah. Vicky Shields is in the chat. She was my 10th grade.
hey,
Vicky
hey.
was
What's
my
up, girl?
all right. Whenever he's done. Vicky was my 10th grade African civilizations teacher. Vicky, I'm about to drop the link in the chat. I want you to jump on if you can. Because I want to hear what your thoughts are about this. I think I kind of got a an idea of what your thoughts are. But I'm gonna drop the link. Click the link that's in the chat and jump on if you're available.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
But
so
interesting.
I disagree.
like I said,
This is who taught me. That's why I was like, that's who taught me. That's why I was like,
All right,
what?
hey, all right, hold up. Hey, remember you got a
Man, let's
delay.
get
Let
it,
her,
man.
hey, let her talk, man. You got a delay, bro.
Excuse
Go ahead,
me.
Des. Go
So
ahead,
I'm
Des.
just like I said, I'm just kind of curious as to you. I get your position is the parents should be held responsible, right? But when the parents aren't doing it, what do you suppose needs to happen?
What do you
What do
mean
you
if the parents
suppose
aren't doing
needs
it?
to change? If you tell the parent of the child, oh, your child
How about
came in
this?
here. Well,
Stop
the
having
parent,
children.
hold on, the parent that the girl said she had the encounter with, right? The girl,
Stop having children. Stop having children that you're not gonna raise.
but the
You
kids are
did.
here. We can't. The kids are here.
Too
We can't
late.
just
You
ignore the
opened up.
kids because you mad at the mothers.
Too late.
Hold up.
You opened up.
Hold up. So GZDR
Too
for Av
late. You
said
opened up.
This is
Abe
crazy.
wants to take Taekwondo
What?
classes in school. Guess what will happen if they get a bad grade? The kids will want to throw hands with the teacher. Hey,
Hey, that's hilarious. Hey, fuck y'all.
hey,
I'm
hey,
sorry. This ain't the same shot. Oh, my bad. I be on so many
Jesus.
spots, bro. I be in so many spots, bro. My
All
bad.
right. Vicky says education is political, and we have to be more than political. We have to be a revolution, not afraid to fight or separate our children from the white institutions. Oh snap! See,
They're
Vicky.
all ran
And you
by
know
white
what? I completely
institutions. We
agree.
need
And
to
if
build
Oh,
our own
anybody has issues with
institution.
how children are being raised, then, like I said, if they're not in a position to teach them kids when they outside of the house, then they're not
listen.
even in a position to homeschool because kids, in a way, are getting homeschooled when they go home to their parents
Can I
because
No,
ask
they're
a
their
not.
parents,
question?
They're
Is there a
not.
way to build an
whether
institution
they
without
parents
homeschool?
listen, the kids are with generally two primary people throughout their lives, two primary groups of people:
No.
teachers,
Oh my God,
teachers, and their parents.
this is
Kids go
terrible.
to school a great portion of their life.
I'm
And
so appalled that y'all are
why
sitting
are
here
you so
absolving the
appalled
parents
by that?
because
I'm
the
not absolving nobody.
Your
school
I'm
starts
child
at
saying
is
it's the
home.
parents'
literally,
fault.
your
And
child is literally
also,
being
at
taught.
times, it can be the teacher's fault because the teachers
Listen,
can
so
be
my
out of
thing
pocket.
is,
We
why
know
do
that.
you send your kid to school then? Why don't you homeschool your child?
Why don't I homeschool
Honestly,
my child?
honestly, honestly, that's the ideal approach. I
Like,
think a lot of
It's an
parents should
ideal
take.
that's
approach, but
usually the
again,
case. Like my cousins and them, they were all homeschooled. I wasn't. I was public school. But at the same time, I was brought knowledge from the people from the outside because I had a support system that wouldn't allow me to fall for that fuckery. That's family. You guys might have kids that will have to fucking deal with that. But I don't have to. Like, if you come our way, we believe it takes a village to raise a child. So
Not
we will
true.
treat him or her
All right,
as our own. And
let me.
don't say that,
All right,
Neil. Don't say not true, bro. You know we
it's not
treat
true,
y'all
bro.
like anybody like
It's not.
family.
Hey, cut. Listen, miss me with all that shit. Let me read this article.
Oh,
Let me read this article. 77% tested at Baltimore High School read at a elementary level. Some even at a kindergarten level. At Baltimore City, teacher came forward with devastating information that shows 77% of students tested at one high school are reading at a high school, reading at an
hey,
elementary
bro.
school level.
No. Hold on. Did you
Hold up.
research what Baltimore's high school is ranked? What Baltimore's education is ranked in the U.S. Because even then you'll be missing a lot of chapters.
Because the teachers are
You'll be
not
missing a
willing
lot
to
of
put
chapters.
themselves. These teachers are not willing to put. These
No,
teachers are
it's
not willing to
because
put
they
themselves
do
in
not.
danger.
Politically, they could bring in all kinds of books, but they won't Because
Bro.
education's not priority one. It's not priority one in
Yeah.
Baltimore, dog. What? You do know, like, armed forces and pretty much, I was gonna say fish. Fish.
Vicky, I'm blaming the parents because it is solely the parents' responsibility to make sure that when
Yeah,
their
quit.
kids go out into the
Yeah.
world.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes,
No, it's
the
not.
hell it is. These are your children. This is the whole.
I
This is the
think
whole.
No,
it's
This
a
is the
the
whole
group
parents
reason
are not
why.
effort.
doing it. The
I think
parents
it's
are
a
not
group
doing it. The
effort.
parents are not doing it. So if the parents are not doing it, who teaches the kids?
I
What are
think
you
it's a
talking
group
about?
Understand that the
effort.
parents are
Like,
not doing it. We
if your
understand the
parents
parents are
aren't,
not doing it. If the parents are not doing it, what do we as a community do to help them? We get it. The
What are you talking?
parents teach the pound town. The parents is
So
letting them stay
okay,
up past
dude.
9
Okay,
o'clock.
Daz, do
What
you think
do
we
we
need to address
supposed
the?
to do?
Hey, Daz, do you think we need to address the root of the problem?
The
Yes or
root
no?
of the problem is the parent. Okay, now
Thank
that
you.
we
Okay,
have the root of
okay.
the
No,
problem,
no, 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 no. You
now
just
that we
identified it.
have the
You just
root, what do we
identified it.
do?
You just identified it. What? How do you address that problem?
Neil, that's what I'm asking you. We've already addressed who the problem is. That's the parent. So what do we do
Stop
now?
having children that you cannot raise.
Neil,
well,
what
it's
about
not always
that's
that
all good and fine. But the kids are here. That's a good statement
because
if we don't have a bunch of
yeah,
kids running around.
And it's
We got
not the
kids that
freaking
are
it's
school's
as if
responsibility.
it's as if we have to fall
I don't know
back
why y'all
from
think
it
our
that.
is.
I don't know.
It one
professions
more time
to
said,
teach
I
the
raised
children.
5 kids in
It's
this mess.
coming down to
She
the
had
point
to
where we
raise
have to
5
fall back
kids.
from our
Abe,
professions.
Abe. When she talking, Abe, you can't be talking over her.
Listen,
Just let her talk,
that is
and then you
crazy.
can
We
interject. But go
already
ahead. Go
have
ahead
the
now, Abe.
problem. We
Wait till she done, and
already
then you
have
jump
the
in.
Let
problem.
her
The
finish.
problem is the parents. The problem is the parents. We got that. That's we
The
are
parents are
okay.
the
If
first
the
line of
parents, so
defense.
what do you want to find a solution to stop that from happening? From stopping that from being the issue? What do we do as teachers?
I
What
think
do we
it needs.
do as
I think
ballet teachers? What do we do as jujitsu teachers?
you
What do we
do
do?
what you've been hired to do. You teach them. You don't have. It's not your job to raise them.
Nobody's saying that. Listen,
That's what
nobody is
exactly
saying
what you're
that you have
saying.
to. Nobody is saying that you have to raise them, but teaching them is a form of raising them. Just like
History, science, math. That's teaching disciplines.
Neil,
That's what they're hired to
my
do.
teacher, my child is 9 times out of 10 going to be with this one particular lady for 9 months out of the year. I would hope that person not only gave my child the knowledge of a book, math, English, but some type of life skill that
And if
would
they
help
didn't,
them.
and if they didn't,
If they did it, they don't.
thank
It's not
you.
an obligation.
Thank you.
However,
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
not, but we've already established that it's
It's
not an
not an
obligation.
obligation. They
It's
weren't
not an
hired for that.
obligation for a parent to keep their child. It's clearly not an obligation for a
Wait.
parent to teach their
What?
child the right way, because parents is teaching their kids.
Wait. So you mean to tell me that it is not your job as a parent to teach your child how to
It
act
is
civilly?
my job, but if the parent is not doing it, Neil, who is
It's
supposed to teach the kids that are here live?
it
Need
always falls on the parents. It always falls on the parents. I
Okay,
think that
it fell on the parents. What is the solution?
I'm telling you what the solution is. The solution is that parent needs to either get some parenting classes. They need to have both the father involved or the mother
Neil, the
involved.
parents ain't doing it. What make you think they're gonna go and get a
See what I'm
class?
saying? You so quick to give up on the parents that
I'm
you
not
just
quick
like
to give up, but I'm a
relinquish.
realist. I don't
No,
have time for this parent to wait 2
but
years.
let's
You know
critique
how
the
much?
school.
The good thing about
So
you,
you'll rather invest your energy on critiquing the school as opposed to giving the parents the resources and the information to help them become better
you know
parents.
why? Because I'm not dealing with the parent all day. I'm dealing with the child.
First
I'm
of
dealing
all,
with the child
parenting
all day.
isn't
I'm not
taught.
dealing with
You're
the
dealing with the
parent
child for 8
Parenting,
hours out of the
bro.
day.
9
That's
months
Parenting
it.
out of
is
the
not.
year.
First of all, parenting is not taught, and we are blessed to have anyone
Y'all tripping,
around
man. Y'all,
that's
I can't believe
willing to
Neil,
teach your child at
I'm
any
just as
capacity.
invested as you. Like, I can't believe that you want to. It's like you just blaming everybody.
I don't absolve parents from personal responsibility.
Yeah, but if
You
they're
brought these
not
kids into the
doing
world.
it,
It's your
you can't force
responsibility.
them
It's
to
your
do it. So who has to
responsibility.
teach the kids why they here? You
That's
have
why I'm
5
like,
kids and a mother that
I
don't
feel
care
like
and a father that don't care. Them kids still gotta get taught. Them kids still gotta get taught math.
They're going to get taught if they're going to if they're going to a charter school, private school. I would encourage sending your kids to public school these days, because nowadays these public schools are nothing short of indoctrination camps. Absolutely indoctrination camps. They're not teaching kids at all. Go to a public school, go to a parochial school, go to a charter school, go to a school. That's why I'm a strong advocate of school of choice.
Let's not go there, because
I can't quite agree with that, because my cousins are homeschooled, and it was a little bit of a different experience for them. And I ain't gonna lie, we came up on the same values, same everything, because clearly his dad, my uncle, his uncle, the whole nine. So it's like, really, real talk, it's not the teacher's fault, it's the parents' fault, because because discipline come first.
I don't know why she's absolving the parents of that responsibility.
You talk back to an adult, you get your ass
whooped. What I'm saying is, Neil, you're not the parent. I don't care. Even if you teach, even if a child has both parents, one parent, a grandparent, they're still going to be taught outside the world.
You're right, but it starts at home. But it always starts at home. It always starts at home.
Not only teach the child, but give them a certain level of emotional care. Give them a certain level.
I don't want my. Are you kidding me? My kids should not know about his or her teacher's husband, love life, emotional care. None of that. None of that.
That's not what I'm saying.
I don't want. Listen.
Let's say you have a child that don't have parents that's teaching them right. They go to school.
But you always pointing out the exact steps into the rule, like this worst case scenario. The kid doesn't have a mother, doesn't have a father.
It really is the worst case. You done made it the worst case.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you what
all these little black kids, and all of them is out here doing
single mother homes.
The worst case scenario.
No, they have a mother.
Failing in school. None of them is doing right. That is the worst case scenario.
No, the worst case.
Not learning nothing and not learning from people outside of their class and outside of the home. That is the worst. That is the worst.
The worst case scenario, setting your child up for
First of all, I can't even say it's the worst when half of our community learned the same shit, and even when you was outside your house, you knew what time it was, because those same rules applied inside your house. Remember when I came to your mama house, Neil? Them same rules applied in my mama house, homie. You knew what time it was. I knew what time it was.
What's wrong with you, Abe?
Like, I'm saying the truth.
This is crazy.
Like, it takes I don't care what nobody say, bro. We are too out here and wild, bro. It takes a village.
I do not want my neighbors or my children's teachers to impute their values onto my children.
That's different.
That just because a child learns from somebody outside of their home doesn't necessarily mean that they're impeaching their values on them.
What are you talking about?
But let's be honest. Let's be honest. That's happened through a lot of our black education for years. A little
girl who's not my daughter, who's not my friend, who's not my family. I can teach a little girl that I don't know how to properly put a pad on. I'm not
okay. Wait. As a teacher?
A teacher could teach her. What do you think the guidance counselors do? A teacher could tell her, hey, go
ain't mad at you.
Put this on this way. Make sure you wash yourself. A teacher is allowed to teach a child.
And you saying that's the teacher's place?
Oh, shit. I'm in the wrong conversation.
I didn't say it was an obligation.
No. Are you saying
but you could also help on the feminine side to where it could be very helpful to children. It's going to be hard to convince parents of that.
That's inappropriate. Absolutely
It's going to
inappropriate.
be hard to convince parents that you're capable of taking care of that with their children.
Let me
A
read some of
lot of
these.
them will not want you involved in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad
Even though you
started.
want to
let's
take
say you
charge
have
in
a
that.
daughter and your daughter goes to school and she bleeds on herself.
Trust me, you
And
might
she
be
bleeds
one of the
on
first
herself
people I
because the
look
mother
for
clearly
to
didn't
be like,
teach
can
her.
you help
You
her?
wouldn't want one of the teachers, the principals, the counselors to help guide her on what she do? The school nurse? You wouldn't
No,
want these
my
people.
daughter would know what to do.
It's
That's
not.
the best case scenario, Neil. Your
That's
daughter would know what to do. The worst
That's
case scenario is that the child don't know. You can't fault the child for that. Yeah, fault the parents all day. But clearly the parent ain't teaching this little girl how to put a pad on and keep herself together. So if she walking into my goddamn class, you best believe I'm going to tell her, hey, go in the bathroom, do X and O, make sure you wipe yourself properly before you come out. I'm not raising that little girl, but I'm giving her a sense of guidance that can help.
They're called life tips. You supposed to do that. Don't feel like it's an obligation. Because if it was a little boy in there trying to figure out how to pee for himself, I'm saying which I've had to deal with, and I had to help. I had to tell him, and I had to put him in the stall, tell him how to unzip his zipper. I ain't know nothing about what this little boy pants look like. Helped him pee, and he came out happy as a clam. It's one of those things. We naturally help each other. This isn't an obligation. But
he's right. It's not no obligation. No,
this isn't an obligation. This is what we do.
Let's
doing that. Why wouldn't you want
I'm about to tell you.
them? No, it's not math. No, it's
I'm
not.
about to tell you. I'm about to tell you why. This is exactly why, right here. This is exactly why. Because this is what children are learning in school right now. You think I want to trust my kids in these psychotics' hands? Are you kidding me? This is why. I'm about to play this video.
No.
Since we all just aloof to what's going on right now in school today, since we just don't know what's happening right now in our public school system right now. Here we go. Let's play this.
They as a pronoun. Like meat or butt, they are my best friend.
We got kids that can't read and write, and then we're going to teach them incorrect grammar. I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay, who gave permission to talk about this? There's two genders. If you're born with a penis and you have testicles, that's just anatomy. You're a male. If you have a vagina and ovaries, you're a female. A man cannot menstruate. A man cannot lactate and breastfeed a child. You cannot give birth if you're a man. If you want to be an adult and do whatever you want with your life, I'm okay with that. Don't push this ideology on children. I'm not going to work in a district that's okay with that. You need to make a clear statement on how many genders are there, because parents they're already pulling their kids out of public school. They're doing homeschool options. They're going online. It's going to increase as this liberal ideology comes into our schools. This isn't a political indoctrination camp. Okay, it's public education.
Thank you. Case closed. Case closed. And you want me to entrust my children? You want me? You think that these are supposed to be the moral arbiters of our?
You're not. Listen. That man said what the school district needs to do is make a clear statement rebutting the stuff that's
not going to happen. It's not going to happen because this is trickle down from the government.
The guy in the video said
I know
that happen. Now, if you have teachers, because all teachers are not all on one accord. All the teachers don't agree with things that are happening in the school system. I personally have friends that are teachers, and a lot of them are opposed to some of the things that happen in the school system. A lot of
them need to quit. Then quit. They need to quit.
But the thing is, you know why they don't quit? Because they want to teach the child the right way.
No.
They stay there so that they can tell that child. It's not my job to tell you. However, men have balls, girls have a vagina. It's not our obligation to do that.
And it seemed like the only thing he actually was doing was trying to identify people who were talking transgender. And I was like, bro, you do know there's a lot of people on this planet. Most transgender people are pretty much gay.
All right, real quick, we got your
Team
boy
Curry, what up, though?
Team Curry on the line.
Hey,
I know you've been watching, and Abe.
No, I just got on. I got some shit to talk about, but go ahead.
All right, is it going to be pertaining to the topic?
That's why I said I just got on. I don't know what you were saying.
Okay, Abe, your delay is terrible. Hey, when you're not talking, press mute, man, because we picking up some feedback, bro.
all right, feedback, nigga. I ain't got nothing going on in here. All right, bet, nigga.
All right, okay. I know, but I hear some feedback, Abe. But I'm gonna let Dez go, and then Joe, I'm gonna let you get back on. Joe, you gotta have your face on the screen. Go ahead, Dez.
I am, but I don't even know the topic. I come in when it's my turn. Hold on.
All right, go ahead, Dez.
I just wanted to read the definition of a teacher. Okay, you see it here?
That does not apply today, but go ahead.
The definition of a teacher. It is a noun, a person who teaches, especially in school. A teacher is a person who teaches, especially in school. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, not raising the children. They're not supposed to raise your children. Go ahead.
Sure
hold on, let me read
because there's all kind of teachers, including senseis, and I got one.
All right, let me read. Chantel Jean Gillis says there's an incentive for teachers to work in low-income areas. Exactly. One who cares, laugh out loud. Okay, Joe, go ahead, man. Do you think?
Like I was saying, I don't know the topic. You got to tell me.
Okay, so basically, I played a video. I probably should play the video again. Y'all think I should play it again?
Play the video, just tell me.
All right, so basically, I'll give you a synopsis. Basically, there's a viral video going on about this woman. She's a ballet teacher, and she's having a difficult time teaching young 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds instructions on how to dance and do the ballet and choreography or whatever, because they're too focused on dancing the sexy red and doing all this ghetto trifling stuff. And she's basically saying to the parents, she's making a PSA to the parents, how are y'all letting y'all children act this way, come out into the world and present themselves in this manner? So I guess the fundamental issue of tonight is whether or not it is up to the job of the school to assist in raising your children when the parents are lacking.
Well, it's called mentoring for a reason.
Hold up, Abe, one at a time, G, one at a time.
So, I mean, when it all boils down to it, nigga, it is the job of the motherfucking schools. Because
oh my Lord.
But you gotta understand this. It's the jobs of the school to teach them stuff that they don't know and what is right and wrong. Now, you can't help if you can't help if a kid is at the house and their mama watching all these shake their ass videos and then they come home and do that. But when you try to do some structure shit, ballerina shit, and then they try to change, that's different. So don't motherfucking show your kids this, but then put them in a class and say, hey, learn this, and then get mad when the teacher say something.
Well, no. Go back to what you just said. You said don't act a certain way in front of your children and expect them to behave civilly when they go out into the world. Correct.
That's
so the source of the problem begins at home, then, right?
Right. That's just like racism. Racism ain't motherfucking. Racism is taught. You know what I'm saying? So that's just to give a synopsis. So whatever they learning at home is what they learning. So it is the job of the teachers to give them that guidance that they can't have, that they don't get at home, when the motherfucking people at home don't give a fuck.
Okay, but
it's like a video of a little kid rolling a motherfucking blunt, nigga, 2 years old. They learning that shit. The parents is putting on them videos for them kids to learn that shit.
Right. So it's the parents' fault. It's their responsibility. They failed.
If they're the ones doing it, how do you expect them to not do it? And that's not the question. Is if they're doing it, they're clearly.
You're just giving them a hard pass. You're just giving them the green light.
No, we're not giving them a hard. Neil, kids Learn. It's a learned behavior. If you just like you got negative people teaching your kids or teaching the kids, you can also have positive ones teaching them. That's why, like I said, going back to when we were talking about the teachers, and you're, oh well, the teachers should leave. Well, if they leave, the kids really won't have no direction. A lot of those teachers
Wow.
stay. A lot of those teachers stay.
So there's no personal. So there's no personal responsibility.
Yeah,
accountability for the parents. This is amazing.
This
is amazing.
Ballet class.
It's amazing.
You send your daughter to a ballet class.
You didn't say anything about how the parents making a change in their behavior. You didn't say anything about that. Not one thing yet.
That's the problem.
So give up on them. Hold up. So just give up on them. Don't. So let's not say anything about. Not say anything to hold the parents accountable because they're too stupid to understand that they're the ones messing their kids up.
No, the kids. First off, the fucking parents are 90%. The parents are 90% fucking responsible for the kids. Period. All the
damn right.
Values and all the shit 90% is all coming from the kid. Because
you're right about that. But if the parents aren't doing it, then who teaches the kids?
Right. No, the teachers. That's why I said 90%. But then the teachers don't step in and do that shit.
They 90% responsible, but we putting all this investment and all this expectation on the child. Oh, hold on. We putting all the expectation on.
Hold on, bro. Do you remember when people had teachers? You only saw your teachers at school, cuz.
Okay.
When people had mentors, your mentor would come to your house, homie.
But we're talking about teachers. Where they've been hired to do.
We're talking about teachers, but we also talking about people that are obligated to care about you and chose to really take an oath to care about you.
Oh my God!
We had that, homie.
But and that's the thing. If somebody just commented, teachers don't make enough money for that, then don't be a motherfucker.
They don't.
But they
robbed.
The teacher.
They are being robbed for being our second mothers, second fathers, uncles, what have you.
You know what is really crazy to me? What is crazy to me is that we have 3 black men on this panel. 3 black men who have the ability to go out here and teach kids.
I do.
I do.
I do.
And I make the money. And I make the money.
Hold up, y'all. Let her finish. Let her finish. Go ahead, y'all.
Calm down, because y'all taking it negative, and I didn't say nothing negative.
She's trying to beat y'all up.
No, we ain't saying negative. We just want to make sure you take account of the accomplishments.
Listen,
you did take account of the accomplishments. We ain't just men out here spreading messages. We doing things.
Abe, please, I'm begging you on everything I love.
All right.
You gotta let her speak, Abe. You cannot talk over her.
You got 3 African men.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this. Hold on, Joe. No, let me just say this, bro. I'm the damn host. Let me say this. I'm the host. Let me just say this. Please, when one person talking, y'all just let that person finish their thought and then interject. That's the only way. Any other way is gonna lower the quality of the show. So let Dez go, and then Abe, and then Joe. You hit it. Go ahead, Dez. Hey, press mute, bro.
Okay, well, she said she done. He ain't talking right now, so let me address this. She said 3 African American male on this thing, right? You know what? I'm raised in Ann Arbor, right? Peace Neighborhood Center taught me everything. Have you ever heard the name Bonnie Billups? One of the most best motherfucking niggas in here. So when it comes to learning and teaching, I was there and I worked there. So I know how to teach kids, but I'm still growing up with motherfuckers that's seeing they got 6 kids, 7 kids. They mamas ain't doing shit. They using the money on child support to get their motherfucking nails and hair done. They watch all the goddamn videos. So it's the parents' job to do that. Now the deadbeat daddies in this bitch that don't come over there and check on their kids, they responsible for that shit too. So that's where it goes to the school system because they ain't got no guidance at home.
Okay, but the school system is not their parents.
But it don't have to be. But that's what
It
that's
doesn't
what
have to
they're
be.
for. Because guess
And it
what?
still
You're
goes
at
back to
school
my
more than
question.
you're at
Who
home down
teaches
there.
them then? Who teaches
You're a
them?
teacher. You took on the responsibility, man.
No, they didn't take on it. Have you ever
Yeah,
read the job
but
description of a teacher?
the responsibility
You
ain't
ever
just
read?
teaching. It's love, care, and also a
It's
couple.
not.
Really, a
It's
lot
not.
of
But it is their responsibility
bedside
still. How is
manner
it
for
not? Because if they're
children.
getting low paid, ain't nobody going to the motherfucking being a teacher to get no
You,
motherfucking money. They're going to
yeah,
teach to get back to the world. So that's their job, and just
You know
that's why.
what? Y'all all
exactly.
y'all all made this. Y'all all
They don't even
contrived
have
this.
to do that.
Every last one of y'all have contrived this idea that teachers are supposed to be these moral arbiters of society.
No,
When it's
no,
not their
that's not the
job. It's
case. The
not their
teachers are
job.
not responsible for your
So Bill, if
children.
you was a
You are
deadbeat drug dealer at the
responsible
house and you
for
was doing all this
the
crap and you didn't want
children
your kids
you provide to the school. If your children act out or otherwise, it's up to the school to
Oh
discipline them
my
and up to
gosh.
you to correct them. You should
That's
technically be a teammate to the school.
that's why we are exactly precisely where we are right now in the black community.
so was
All
that
jacked up.
divided?
No, we all messed up because we relinquished our responsibility off to somebody else. We
No,
outsourced
that's
our
motherfuckers that
responsibility.
don't care about their kids. It's not everybody.
Okay, so when your kid in
That's what I'm
school
talking about.
and you
That's what I'm
ain't
talking
there,
about.
who's
Continue to have
responsible,
kids.
Neil?
Continue to have children too, and we won't say nothing about it. They continue to have children. We don't say nothing. We're not supposed to say nothing about that because it's taboo, right? Damn
About who?
shame. What you
Neil,
mean?
About who?
Who?
why do you keep
You know
saying
I talk shit about
they need
whoever.
to stop
About who?
having kids? They need to, yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of things that the kids need. They need to stop having babies, and the kids need to get taught. So
Yeah, but
in the
there's a lot of
meantime,
thought giving babies.
while we already know this, how do we fix it so that it's no longer a problem? You
I
keep
told
pointing
you.
the blame. It's easy to point the blame. That's
You
fine.
point the
Point
blame on the
the blame at the
teachers.
parents. But now the question is, these kids are here. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7,
say
8,
it's both
9, 10,
people's
11,
fault,
12 years
mainly
old.
the parents,
Who
homie.
teaches them? It's not, no, if that's the case, it's not nobody's obligation to teach a child nothing other than the parents.
No, I said
Well,
school
in
starts at
that
home.
case,
Hell,
So
you
if
don't
you're
need a
saying
school.
schools, you're
nigga, that's the
saying
whole
You
point of
don't,
schools,
fucking
you're saying
school.
doctors, you're
That's the
saying
yeah,
whole
hey,
point
there
nobody
of
you go.
teaches
school.
a child.
He
That's
said,
the
in
whole
that case,
fucking
fuck
point
the
of school.
school.
Who's
Unless you getting homeschool, it's the
Yeah,
parents,
yeah, fuck
it's
the
the
school then.
teachers supposed to
Don't
teach
think
them.
about public school. Think about what you got going on for you and yours for whatever schooling you can provide.
do y'all do y'all
And
do
then
That's
y'all
the
if
end of
agree?
your
that.
kids getting up at school, then you teach their ass.
Do
Yeah,
y'all agree? Do
flat
y'all do
out.
y'all
Quit your
does every
job and go teach your kid.
does everyone agree that school
I
starts at
got
home?
2 of them. I'll send one to your class.
Does everyone agree that school starts at home? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. School
School
Yeah,
starts
starts
at
at
home.
home.
life starts at home, nigga.
Okay, yeah, life starts at home. True. So if your
But
child
you
goes
want to
out
repeat
into the
yourself.
world and that
School
child
is
is,
guidance.
huh?
School is supposed to be guidance tools for
School,
to
You
prepare
dig?
for
school is
the real
supposed to
world.
be a
The
learning
house,
institution, bro.
hey, cuz it's like they say the house is your dad's office. The kitchen is your mother's office.
All right, let me read some of these chats, man. Jash says the blame is on the parents for their children not knowing how to act in the classroom. Yeah, I know, but this is a foreign concept. I don't even know. We're in a clown world right now. Chantel says cut food stamps, government aid, Section 8, free Wi-Fi, etc. And these trifling ass women will have to oh my gosh, hold up. I gotta get a Dr. Marco for that one. Hold on. Damn. Let me read this again. She said, here's your answer to your question, Des. Let's cut food stamps, government aid, Section 8, free Wi-Fi, etc. And these trifling ass women will have to teach morals and values and learn some humility. Word freaking up. But because it's such
go ahead and cut food stamps, go ahead and cut government aid Section 8, and now all these fucking kids on the fucking street. That don't
Yeah,
make no
well,
goddamn sense.
that's their problem.
That don't make no goddamn sense.
That's their problem.
How is that their problem?
That's their problem.
Name
That's the
kids.
parents' problem.
Kids.
It
How
ain't
you
got
end
it
up,
ain't their
how
problem.
you
The kids
grow
didn't ask
to
to
end
be.
up
Kids.
on
The
food
kids didn't ask to
stamps
be
is
here.
definitely
The kids didn't ask to be here,
Kids.
nigga.
Those badass kids. Listen, they're gonna have to suffer the fate that their parents brought them into.
Nigga,
Unfortunately.
my son bad as hell, but guess what? That nigga gets the best aid and best love he needs. What
Okay,
he needs, what these kids
are you
need
in
is
your child's
love.
life? Are you in your child's life?
Hell yeah, I'm in my child's life.
Okay.
Oh,
Then this
yeah.
doesn't apply to you. So stop defending all the Pookies and the Pookishas that's out there that's
No,
not
I'm
in their
not.
kids'
No, I'm
life.
not defending them.
It's
So
not.
Yeah,
no,
but are they the
hold on, time out,
majority?
y'all. Time out. So if they cut all the aid, they cut all the Section 8, then who is it gonna fall on? It's gonna fall on the fucking teachers to make sure they straight.
You know what? I'm starting to think, what is it with you, Pookie and Ray Ray and them? As if they the only people in this world.
No,
It's a
the
lot of
Pookies,
parents out here that
the
don't
Pookies,
teach their kids.
the
It's some
Pookies.
parents that go and they both make over 60,000 a year and don't show their kids no attention. They don't teach them nothing. Don't teach them morals. You know why? Because they out worried about what they want to do. The wealthy people. You know what I'm saying? The wealthy
Y'all know-
people who have these kids but don't have time for them. They not Pookies and damn Ray Rays. It's a group of people, middle class people, young people raising young people. It's a lot
That's
of
not what the stat. That's not what. That's not.
just
But
the Pookies and the Ray Rays.
okay, but Des, let's be real though. Let's be real. That's not what the stats. That's not what. That's not what the stats.
Answer the question. You want to throw the blame? We already established throwing the blame on the parents. We've already established that. Yes, it's the parents' fault. Yes, it's the parents' fault. They're not teaching the kids. So how do the kids learn if the parents are not doing it? Yes, the parents should be held full-fledged 110%, but they're not. But the kids are still here. So when they're not being taught by their parents, which are not math, not English, not history, they're not teaching their kids these things. And they damn sure ain't teaching them life skills. They're not teaching them nothing else. And it's a wide variety of parents that do that. It's not just one particular group, black kids. Nah, it's a bunch of them.
It's all of them. Shit. You nigga, all these motherfucking kids rich and get all the best education in the world, but they ain't taught values and motherfucking shooting up schools. Come on now, it's still the parents' fault. But guess what? It's the teacher's responsibility to pick up that slack that the parents can't do.
No,
that's why you a teacher.
No,
that's why you going in being a teacher. You don't go in a teacher to be, like I said, to be money. You going in there to give back, to teach, to educate, to help out.
Sad. This is sad.
All
This is sad. This is all victimhood mentality.
Because if it wasn't
because if the parents can't, because the parents,
nigga, my household told me how to sell dope. Is that a good thing? No.
You said what?
School.
You said what?
Also show me how to sell dope, sell motherfucking drugs.
Stop the cap.
Oh my gosh.
What? Nigga, I learned how to cook crack at 11 years old. Fuck is you
talking about? Jesus Lord.
In the house.
Oh my Lord in heaven. Okay.
I ain't gonna do lifestyle like I did, and I'm from Anarchy. Nigga,
Okay.
Pine Lake, nigga, throw it up. Represent, nigga, West Side.
Let me read some of these. Des, lift your head up. You was just agreeing with him, Des. Don't even do that. Lift your head up. Support your support.
But I'm saying, but everybody ain't went through the same struggle I did. But I still, guess what? That what I learned from my life is not the same values that I'm giving my son. I'm giving my son real values. I'm showing my son ABC.
Let me read. All right, let me read some of these chats real quick. So Chantel says those badass kids, baby kids, won't spoil what children who are deserving of a good education should get. Exactly. One bad apple spoils a bunch. Man, I'm telling you, these timeless phrases like that. I know you don't agree with that. You mean to tell me that badass class clown that's just driving all the attention to him, that's bringing all the attention to himself while the teacher is distracted and can't even teach the rest of the students? That doesn't happen. That's not.
What about a lot of these black kids that are on honor roll? What about some of these black kids that are on the dean's?
Good for them. Good for them.
Black kids that are actually going to college.
Their parents are doing a good job. Their parents are doing a great job, if that's the case.
But
what about the black kids that are doing a good job?
Kids from the hood that go to college.
Right.
That's great.
What about the kids
That's
that's doing
great,
a
but
good
what's the
job
point?
and their parents can't afford to
What
motherfucking
you
give
mean?
them to
What's
them?
the point? What?
Hold up. Let me
You
finish.
don't just got Pookie and Ray Ray. You got all type. You got kids from low income households going to college.
I'm not
Making
painting.
honor roll.
I'm
What are
not
you
painting a.
talking
I'm
about?
not painting a broad brush saying there's always exceptions to the rule, Daz. I'm just saying
You know
generally,
what? You full of it.
generally,
That's what you
generally.
are.
Okay, so
You pick and choose. You pick and choose.
I'm being so consistent right now. It's like
You
y'all the
pick
ones
and choose what
trying to
you
straw man. Y'all trying to straw man my position, and I'm being
No, I'm
absolutely
Okay,
unequivocally clear.
let's change the
because
topic then, since you don't understand,
as
nigga.
a man, you're a natural teacher. As a man, you're a natural teacher. So
Let's
what
not
are you
conflate.
talking about?
I'm not hired to teach a curriculum, though.
What you are hired? You are
No, I'm
hired.
not.
When you
Who's
became
paying
a
me?
man, you had the obligation to teach.
My
It didn't
children.
matter where you were supposed to teach. It was your job to teach. So even if you didn't teach math, even if you didn't teach history, when you go to school, they're teaching kids certain life skills now. You have kids that are taking cooking classes. You have kids that are doing
That does not
mechanical
even
classes.
happen anymore, Dad. I don't teach cooking
It
life
does
skills like that
happen.
anymore.
I literally just went to this oil place to get my oil changed on my car. 3 young black boys under the age of 24 years old. And the assistant manager was 21 years old. All of them black. All of them black.
That's good.
Right down the street from where I live, which ain't too far from the damn hood. I guarantee you. Parents wasn't in their life, but guess what? They got themselves a job at under 25.
But unfortunately,
being an assistant manager. If his
but
parents didn't teach him, you thought he taught himself?
But unfortunately, these kids are going to be disadvantaged, or oftentimes disadvantaged because
they don't have you to teach them.
oftentimes they're disadvantaged because they have to endure. They have to endure living in environments with these.
Job, Neil, to teach no kid that's not biologically yours, but righteously, why wouldn't you, for the betterment, so that these aren't issues? The objective is to not make all of our kids bad. The objective is for our kids to have an education. An objective is for the kids to be taught properly. If they're not being taught properly, that is the objective. Kids cannot do that with badass parents who clearly aren't teaching them but should. Yeah,
Right.
we already established the problem.
Yep.
Bill.
So
How
the
do
government.
we fix it?
So the government becomes a surrogate parent as your solution.
The government, how the fuck
the government don't gotta do nothing. If I teach a little girl how to put a piano, what the government got
Public
to
schools
do
are
with that?
subsidized and funded today by the government.
If
So
I
they're gonna.
teach a little girl what 1 + 1 is, I'm not a math teacher, but I'm teaching her math.
Okay, but you're conflating. But that's the thing. You're conflating what the job duties are of a teacher who's working in a institution, a school system.
What the fuck you want the teachers to teach your kids?
Math, history, science, whatever they're disciplined in. That only.
Okay, so
that don't even guarantee
There's books for that.
It's going to be taught right. You got a lot of teachers that teach kids.
There's actually books for homeschool teachers if you want to teach homeschool.
Right, but my thing is that it's the parents' job mostly. Then the teacher's job.
Thank you.
Also still the
To teach your child behavior first. Behavior in public first before you go into public.
Hold up.
We were all taught that.
Say what you just said again, Joe, because I'm going to give you a round of Marco.
It is the job of the parents mostly to get them, teach them. Then it's the jobs of the teachers to educate them, and it's the jobs of the parents to follow up with that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You got to teach your child to learn, and once they learn, they got to continue learning.
Thank you. Hold on. Let me read these chats. Chantel says, hey, I'm going to put you on mute for a second, bro. You got all type of static and stuff. All right. Chantel says, when children have the opportunity to be blessed with an adult willing to teach, but I will not put up with no ratchet ass kids. I know.
That's why she's not a teacher.
Teaching is also a job. You pay bills with a job. Real talk. One more thing. They're bombing somewhere. We are spoiled. Yeah, true. One more time says smiley face. One more time again says let her talk. One more time says heart face on it. One more time says you're running for Congress. And one more time, lastly, says the golden rule.
Bro, you're
Yeah,
gonna have to
treat
start
others.
charging.
Let me ask you something, Neil. Is it the teacher's job to teach kids how to use guns?
If they're skilled in that, yes.
Not if they skilled in it. Is it the teacher's job to teach them
No,
how to use
no.
guns?
I think the parents, particularly the father, should teach his child how to protect himself.
Now, when you go to places in Russia specifically, they teach their children, the teachers teach their children how to use guns.
Okay. Wait.
And
You
their
said the
level
teachers?
of education and their level of education
Most
is on
teachers
a much higher note than it would be any child here in the United States.
But most teachers are not trained in how to shoot a gun.
It doesn't matter. It
So you
don't
tell-
matter. You have
What?
teachers. You have teachers
How does
that
that
have
don't matter?
bachelor's degrees, and you have teachers that don't. So
Okay. So wait a second. So you're saying there's teachers who are qualified and there's others who are not?
even if I might not be a teacher documented on paper, but that
Oh,
doesn't
hell
mean that
no.
I can't teach a child.
And that again is the problem with the that is
Okay,
again
well,
is
you
the
know what?
problem.
If you don't want to teach these badass kids, then don't get on here complaining about them being bad.
Why not? I want their asses locked up.
First of all, because one, what you're clearly not doing is you're not going to the parents, but then
No.
you'll turn around and say it's not your job.
I'm talking
But then you
directly
the
to
same
the parents.
motherfucker that say that shit and won't even go to a parent-teacher conference. Shut the fuck up, nigga. You gotta teach your kids this shit.
Joe,
What
who
you talking
Joe,
about?
Joe, where did you get?
Hell no, because you gotta teach these kids, and it don't matter if they bad. It's your responsibility to make sure they not, and give
Thank
you your best effort.
I agree with you, Joe. I 100% agree with you. It's the responsibility of the parents, and in fact, I go to all of my kids' parent-teacher conferences. Why wouldn't I? You know what's so
But then
crazy?
the thing
Every
is,
time I
gotta
go
touch
to
on this, but it's still also the teacher's responsibilities to pick up the slack if they ain't in a if they're in a broken home or if they're not in an environment where they can't get taught.
This is not dangerous minds where teachers are going to parent like they're buying the kids coats and jackets and shit.
Because you're getting on here complaining about how bad these kids are.
I'm not complaining. I'm highlighting an issue. I'm highlighting an issue that people are gaslighting.
The issue that these kids are bad as hell.
No, I'm highlighting, yes, that people are trying to gaslight and absolve the parents of. It is their responsibility to get their children in
Are
line.
not doing it. Yes, I want to win $1 million too. The parents are not doing it.
I just realized you have no faith. No, Des, I get it. No, Des, you just have zero faith in parents. You have zero faith.
Your argument is that the parents aren't doing it.
No, my argument is that the parents need to do a better job with their children.
Well, they're not. So who teaches the kids now that they're?
It's always their job. They don't get to take a break just because they're not doing good. Now don't mean tomorrow or a week after they can't improve.
You're talking about an issue.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. If they're not doing good, while they're not doing good, who the fuck is supposed to pick up the slack? The fucking teachers, nigga. And that's why they're fucking teachers.
No, that's why they're getting drained out because they're taking on all these roles that they're not.
Exactly what I said. You took the title of teacher. You took the title of teacher. There's an oath when you take the title of teacher. You took that title. You the teacher, bro.
I'm telling y'all right now. People are not signing up to be teachers no more. What y'all talking is crap right here. They're not going to be teachers anymore because you're asking them for way too much.
We had those teachers.
If they were paying them teachers a whole hell of a lot more
We
money,
had them kind of cats with us.
you would see way more teachers. If they went up a good $10, $15, maybe not even a whole $10, $15. If they went up on teachers' pay, whatever matter of fact, let me just look real quick.
While you looking, I'm gonna say this.
What is the
Now,
minimum
my thing
wage
is, while you
teachers
looking,
get paid?
even if they go up on pay, it's still gonna be their responsibility to teach, and you're gonna have people that want to teach kids. You're gonna wanna have people in your child's life that's gonna be there for them. When you're working a 9 to 5 or whatever your hours is, they spending more time at school. Then they come home, do their homework. Your parents still got to go to work, go to bed. I mean, get dinner, go to bed. They're spending more time at school. So how the fuck do you not say that motherfucking teachers is not supposed to be there? That's just like you spend more time if you're working at a factory. You spend more time at the fucking factory with the motherfuckers at the factory than you do at your own goddamn house.
You dig?
So it's always got to be a system.
Let me say this also. Nationally, and this is from ABC News. Nationally, teachers' median pay was about $61,000 in 2021. That's from ABC News. Now, if more teachers got paid $80,000 as compared to $61,000,
this is crazy,
I guarantee
man.
you, all of them teachers talking about these badass kids, I bet you they'd have their behinds in there teaching them kids. If their pay was $80,000 a year to go and teach them same fifth graders, sixth graders, I'm almost willing to bet you.
Do you know which states those were in? Do you know which states those were in?
But no, it's just I kind of agree with what she's saying, because it's just like the motherfucker hold out for these motherfucking factory
This
jobs.
is pure
These
delusion.
niggas held up, and now guess what? They about to get more money. So now they gonna go to work and work their ass off to keep that job because they motherfucking get more money.
Yeah.
So if you pay teachers, they gonna go.
It's called politics. It's called politics.
Let me read.
This isn't based on what we can teach your child. It's not based on what they can teach your child.
Let's just have a pity party.
Y'all just don't want to attack.
You know what I'm saying? It's based on how much money you gonna give them to think they gonna teach your child.
About all the things that the parents is doing. We're gonna sit here every year talking about how the parents ain't doing what they supposed to. While my
The
kids
child is a
still not
reflection of the
learning.
parenting.
My
The
kids
child's
still
behavior
not
is a
learning.
reflection of the
Still
parenting.
not progressing in life. My kids still not doing nothing. But let's just keep sitting here blaming the parents.
Yep, and she probably pregnant while she's saying all that too with another child. Yeah, okay. All right, so Dakota Glover says, I wouldn't want to teach anything to the bratty ass kids today because they are disrespectful and non-caring about anything but themselves. Yeah, they don't even know. These kids are fighting teachers now.
We love you, Dakota.
Unless you can get this union together, parents and teachers. Hey, Abe, I gotta put you on pause, man. You got way too much feedback, bro. Damn, we got way too much
So
feedback.
just sit here and keep complaining and not do shit about it.
I'm not. I literally gave you a solution.
Oh, tell the mothers to stop. But what about the 5-year-old babies? Yeah, if we tell all of these females stop having kids, what about the kids that are still living in existence? What about the 5-year-old down the street? What about the 10-year-old over there?
Listen, I think you mischaracterizing what I'm saying.
I'm not
Des.
mischaracterizing anything. I'm telling you're saying the solution is to take away all of this government aid and do okay. Let's just say tomorrow the government says, hey, we're going to take away all of this government aid and we're going to do all of this stuff and we're take away this funding. We're going to stop this. Women can't do this when it comes to having any more kids. We're going to stop all of that. Let's just say they stop all of it tomorrow. Do it stop the kids that's still here from being bad as hell and still needing to be taught?
And I feel you. Hell no, I don't stop, because you know what? Honestly, white people are more assistance than niggas is. Period. So
because there's more white people in the country, Joe.
School shootings. Now it's gonna be all this other shit, and now it's gonna be kids on the motherfucking street. Motherfucking parents more crackheads. Motherfucking this more drinking and all that shit. You understand? It's with the parents and it's the teacher's responsibility. It's all togetherness. See, that's the thing. You worried about Shanae and them. You worried about Nisi and them, Neil. What you gotta understand is it comes down to motherfucking the parents and the teachers. It's all of collab. Everybody, because without the fucking parents, the teachers got to lean on it. And if the teachers ain't doing something, the parents got to do it. They got to follow up. They got to follow up.
Let me read some of these chats real quick. Chantel says women would get married, husbands provide, and women can focus more on teaching kids rather than working long hours and chasing the bag. Yeah, but you're not allowed to talk about that. you're not supposed to talk
because it's
about that.
2023. Fuck that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Dakota Glover says, unless you can get a union with parents to agree about how these kids should conduct themselves in a proper manner, it is a lost cause. It takes a village. I disagree with the village takes a
So
village
what's
thing.
a lost cause? Just to take school away?
Yes, parents and teachers should come together. One more time says night. Okay, guys. All right, listen. I think that we probably might have to do maybe we do a round 2 with this. I don't know. I want to bring JP on here too, hear his thoughts. But I don't know. I think we just have to fundamentally disagree. I don't know, Abe, you kind of on the fence a little bit. Joe, we agreed on a couple things, but I don't know. Des, you and we just completely disagree.
Shit,
yeah, whatever. But if y'all down, we can do a number 2 on this subject. Of course, it'll be after the holiday, Thanksgiving. If y'all open for it, probably next what is it? Tuesday? Probably next Tuesday. If y'all open for it. Yeah, but any closing thoughts? Des, I'll let you close it out. Joe, and then Abe, you close it out.
I don't got nothing else to say.
All right. Okay. Joe, go ahead.
I'm just gonna close it out for everybody that's watching and listening, and all my peoples that's on here with me. Thanks for participating. Like I said, at the bottom line, I grew up in a household where I learned how to motherfucking, like I said, I ain't gotta repeat myself. Y'all heard what I fucking said. No, I'm just saying, I had to learn and I had to do what the fuck I said, nigga. Mom on Section 8, that drug, all that shit. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't for my motherfucking teachers to pick up that slack, nigga, I would have been focused to motherfucking learn that there's different avenues to this shit. But then when my parents got right, and then I had Bonnie from the Peace Center to help me, the community neighborhood person, it's all about your guidance and where it come from. Now you can take a horse to the water, can't make them drink it. Everybody heard that same broken ass story before, but it takes that one person. Like it could be a teacher, it could be motherfuckers don't listen to their parents, get the best education and still act out and all that stuff. So where else they gonna get it? But it take that one person, maybe that teacher. Like you said, dangerous mind, but that one teacher that'll teach you and show you it's a different lane for something, and then you get focused and you know that life means more than what the fuck you didn't already seen. So at the end of the day, it is a collab from both of it. It starts at home, it goes to school, and it takes back to the house for the parents to follow up for that shit. Period.
Look at Coach Carter. Look at the movie Coach Carter.
That nigga didn't even let the niggas play basketball without their grades getting up. Come on now.
And he was a basketball teacher. He wasn't a math teacher or a parent, but he still taught them the sport, whatever he was teaching them to do, knowing that it wasn't going to be the easiest job, because it's not easy teaching kids. I don't care how good the kids are. The kids could be the best kids in the world. They still are kids. They still have problems, issues that need to be taught to them.
All right. Abe, go ahead, man. What's your closing thoughts, bro?
Oh my God.
Oh, my bad. I got you on mute. Go ahead, man.
Thanks, nigga. We already know how kids act and everything, man. It's up to I told you, bro. It takes a village to raise a family. You don't believe me? Ask our parents, homie. Somehow my mom and your mom just showed up just came together, and nigga, we was both getting disciplined for shenanigans. Your brothers, us, everything, man. Everybody just leaves everything alone. Like everything is sweet out here. It's not all good out here. We all got to look after each other. I don't care if you see, like I told you, Neil, I don't care if you see my sons on the block. If they messing up, you got permission to take your belt off and go to work, homie. And then call me when you're done. Just call me when you're done. Let me know that's what happened. And that's what it is, because we got to look after each other. And I was grown from that process. I pretty much had about literally 9 mamas in the hood.
All right.
That's what
Well,
we should have been talking about. Was it okay for motherfuckers to whoop their kids' ass without
Yeah,
being fucking
cause if you see my son messing up in the streets, go ahead and go to work.
Smack the shit out of me, nigga.
all right. Let me say what I have to say, and we'll close it out. So again, we, like I said, there's a very, very good points brought up throughout the course of this discussion. Hey, I'm gonna press you on mute real quick. But like I said, I have to fundamentally disagree with this notion that that teachers are obligated to take on this role, this excessive role, where they have to expect, a defiant child, literally physically threatening them, hostile children who want to distract the attention from the rest of the children onto them, children who just want to be completely defiant and disobedient and disruptive. I can't. I don't. That is not the obligation of that teacher to have to civilize that child. That is solely the responsibility of the parent. And I think, there are some parents out here who lack those skills. But for one, if you don't have the wherewithal to raise a child, you should not have had a child in the first place. But that's neither here or there, because the child is here already. So how do we deal with the child now? Yes, I think that school systems, teachers in particular, should act as a layer of support. Sure. But again, it is not their obligation to have to take the focus away from the rest of the class to divert their attention on this one freaking wild juvenile delinquent who wants to just be the class clown of the day and all the attention to be focused on him. I don't think it's the teacher's duty. I don't think it's their obligation. I'm not for that. I never will be for that. And honestly, if I was the class clown once upon a time, and I can honestly say that when I would act wild in the class, the teacher would have to stop in the middle of their lesson to get me in check, to check me. When I knew better, I absolutely knew better. But, my mom, she had 3 of us, and it was just difficult at times to have to reinforce that to us, because at this time we grown teenage boys. So that's not gonna hit different. I mean, it's not gonna hit the same as if a father was there to reinforce those principles.
So like you just said, you closing out, but you just contradict every fucking thing you just said. Because your mom taught you right, and then you still went to school and fucking acted a fool. So it's
because the fathers are important for
I didn't want to say it.
I thought you were
we are closing out. Oh my God!
You just contradicted everything, cuz.
No, let me speak, because y'all Negroes are
Either way, I love you, nigga.
I'm on your scalp, nigga.
Okay, so anyways, I'm not contradicting myself. I'm just being fully transparent that I was one of these kids, and that, unfortunately, my father wasn't there to reinforce this discipline and structure. As I probably would have turned out a little differently. So I had to navigate by myself. And yes, I did have some teachers there along the way to assist me and facilitate my growth, but it wasn't their job. They did it out of the kindness of their hearts. But I didn't threaten my teachers. I didn't throw chairs. I didn't fight them. I mean, what we see going on today in the classroom,
but it doesn't
we're
matter.
asking way too much of these teachers.
Just sat here and said the teacher had to stop what she was doing to correct you. That was
what bro. You just a rebel, bro. It wasn't.
But that's not no justification for my behavior.
That's your argument. You yourself just said that the teacher had to do the very thing that you're complaining that all of these.
No, you're talking about going above and beyond to raise these children. I'm not saying that. Can a teacher correct a child? Sure, I'm all for that. Yes, I believe the teacher has jurisdiction to correct children in their classroom that they're trying to teach. I had a teacher named Mr. Westfield. He would do that all the time, but he didn't.
Them is not teaching them.
Huh?
Correcting them is not teaching them.
Yes, correcting them is teaching them, but
it's also correcting. But Neil, what you not look?
Our disagreement is, I don't think it's the job of the teacher to raise the children. That's our disagreement. You keep on coming. The teacher's job is to teach. Whatever falls within that capacity of teaching, I'm all for. But is it the job of the teacher to raise the children? No, it's not.
That's not about raising. It's
Yo,
about to give them the help
let's
they
be
need.
honest, dog. Like once the teacher has taught you what their curriculum is for the time they're obligated to teach you, you are no longer in that class.
Oh, thank you, Amanda. Who teaches the children before they even old enough to go to school? Thank you.
Problem is, the parents are not doing it. What
And
are
that's
you
what
all
she
not
wants to
getting?
say.
Like, what
Yeah,
are you all not? I'm trying to understand.
I know.
what you all not
And they're going to keep having children over and over and over again. You're going to keep being the public defender saying they can't help it.
Because you don't
They
have
can't help
somebody to
themselves.
teach them anything different. That's why.
So too retarded to learn to do better.
Neil.
No, but I'm saying, regardless,
They
I
too
feel you, girl.
retarded
Hey,
to learn how to do
I
better.
feel you. Because guess
Neil,
what?
you
Even if they having more kids and all that stuff, they still need some guidance and need some teaching from somebody.
Oh my God.
So if you're gonna be a teacher, you signed up for that shit, nigga. That's what the fuck you gonna do. Then don't be a teacher.
You're right. Even parenting, parenting will tell you signed up for that shit. Like he said, like Team said.
What is you talking about?
Oh my gosh, y'all
like Team said, you signed up for it.
You'll never be a teacher.
Teachers need to take the kids and move them all in their house and move them in their basement. Nobody is saying that. But
I referenced Dangerous Mind, and y'all all was like, yeah, just like that.
No, I said that was an example of how it could help. Nigga, no, I ain't telling, like she said, not move them into the house and just like motherfucking Blindside, Sandra Bullock and all that shit. No, we ain't saying that shit. We saying is, if you see a kid struggling, like the thing about teachers, if you see a kid struggling, and instead of trying to discipline a kid from being bad, you need to learn and teach. You got to teach yourself how to teach them, because obviously they're getting it from somewhere else.
Oh my gosh,
that's not taught.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Anyways,
Teaching them how to teach them like that ain't taught, bro. And you know that, Neil. I watched you do it yourself.
Step back and let real people teach kids then. And then when we teach them and then we put them in the right direction, you have absolutely no credit for that. No
real teachers, real quote unquote real teachers.
So if we get a team of teachers that really go out here and change the dynamics of how these school systems are running stuff, you get absolutely no credit.
Right, and then you got to get
unfortunately
teachers that want to teach kids instead of fucking just hiring fucking teachers just because you need to fill a quota.
Unfortunately,
actually, like she said, get a real teacher that want to teach these kids.
Unfortunately,
just to motherfucking be there, be a body.
Unfortunately, quote unquote, real teachers are abandoning teaching the profession in droves because they're not signing up for this crap no more. They're just not going to deal with it.
They need to go to the school.
Well, I don't think it's actually teachers that aren't signing up.
Them same badass kids that everybody is complaining about, I guarantee you, if they were getting paid $80,000 and up, you think they'd be that worried about them kids? No, they take their behinds there every day because they know they're getting compensated for it. So at the end of the day, that's bull.
Jay said,
they're not going to teach those kids as long as they're not getting paid. Kids are getting badder and badder. Yet if you get higher pay, you'll still do it. Man, listen.
Jay says, if I sign up to teach math, nigga, I'm teaching math.
Okay, well, you teach math then. But I'm gonna teach a child not to curse me the hell out. I'm gonna teach the child proper etiquette. When you sit in my class, you sit in your chair with your back straight.
You can teach math, homie, all you want, but I'm like, you can teach math on me all you want, but you ain't certified to teach my child math, homie.
While the rest child how to properly sit, it helps their posture, which not only helps their posture, but it helps their form of thinking to be able to take information in. So if I'm in a class and I'm teaching math, it's not my duty or obligation to teach them to sit in their chair straight, because that ain't got nothing to do with math. But I'm going to tell that child, sit up straight. Make sure you keep your hands and your elbows off the table when you write. Make sure that book is put up to your face. I'm giving them other skills that will not only help them in that classroom, but help them outside of it. And something as small as them sitting with their posture properly can be
Can
a
I
very
interject?
big help. And that's scientific fact right there.
While the
and
rest,
guess what? And that's
and
exactly what
while
you're
you're
talking about.
doing all that, and while you're doing all that,
You're there to teach one subject, but guess what? You still in these kids' life for what, 8 hours, 2 hours each day. All these kids, you're gonna have to teach them some of the shit they don't learn.
Yep.
But like she said, posture straight.
Yep.
I'm not about to have no kid over there slumped
And
out.
while you guys are
get this shit done and let's go.
and while you're focusing on this one child and teaching the child etiquette and how to sit up straight and all this stuff.
It's not just
You're
focused
a teacher,
on one
then your
child. We
job is
focus
to
on
know.
everybody.
And your job as a teacher is to get everybody in line.
No, the majority of the kids in there are there to learn. They don't need to learn how to sit up straight and have posture. They want those children.
So even if they're not, then okay. So it does. It's okay for a fucking teacher to take. Look, like I said, you contradict everything. So if all the teachers, kids in that motherfucking classroom is there to learn, and there's a couple kids that's not, that teacher still take a little more time to help them out.
I'ma just end it on. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all night. That's
all right. Well,
hey, we good, right? We good,
Bro.
right?
Look at his ass. Look at his ass.
We good, right? We good. But I'm just Neil. I'm
no,
like
you didn't hurt your feelings, Joe.
I know I didn't. I heard yours. Shut the fuck up.
Let me read these last couple fat chats before y'all write out. Okay. Let me hold up. One who cares says, "Okay, ma'am, say that." Jesus, Abe. Okay, ma'am, say that to one of the fifth graders. You will get told something you don't want to hear.
Well, let me respond to that. Remember, in that classroom, I am the teacher. I'm not going to go into a classroom fearing any child. I go in the room and I'm demanding, just like a parent does a child. You don't ask for respect, you demand it. And you teach a child how to respect you. So when a child that don't have no manners come into my class, I'm going to give them the type of experience to where you're going to learn how you're going to act in my class while I teach my class. It's simple as that. Y'all give all of these kids too much credit. As parents, as leaders, you teach kids. I don't care what kind of teacher you are. You teach the child. I'm not about to have no type of child, just like none of you parents is about to have any of y'all hot-mouthed teenagers coming there trying to tell you what to do. You're going to teach them how to talk respect, and you're going to demand it from them.
Come on out to Detroit. Come on out to Detroit. Come out to Detroit and see what these kids do to you. Come out to Detroit and see what these kids do.
Neil, I grew up in the hood. I've done volunteer at schools.
You think these kids gonna fear her?
Years. What are you talking about? I've come across some bad children that still till today, babies that know how to say my name, that call me miss. Even when I tell them they don't have to call me miss. Little kids, babies. I volunteer multiple places around all types of children. Matter of fact, more bad kids than good. So I've created change. Don't talk to me about none of that, because you're not teaching them. I am. So I get respect from kids. What are you talking about?
Fuck you mean? I get respect to kids too. Nigga, I be going over my people. I'm like, nigga, the badass. They be like, man, these niggas don't. I be like, hey, see, this is the thing. You teach a kid, like, hey, it can be fun and games, but hey, you teach them shit that they want to be bad about. You turn that to a game, into a learning experience, into the thing where they think that learning is fun. Yes. These motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? You don't just sit there and yell at them and whoop their ass. You show them how it can be fun and how you can be rewarded by doing the right thing. Don't spoil your kids to the point where they don't respect you because they expect that shit. No, teach them how to do this shit and be like, okay, now we got a motherfucking thing going, and you go with that repetition. And at that thing, now they gonna go to school. Hey, look, if I learn this, I get good grades, I can be whatever the fuck I want to. So that's where the teachers come in, to keep showing them and keep them focused. And then they come back home, mama, daddy, I need to do this homework. I got to get an A so I can get this. That's how you do it. It's repetition for everybody involved with a kid's life.
That's
so it don't matter if you in the fucking hood or you in the fucking Fortune 500 club, nigga.
Let me read the rest of these chats, y'all. Let me close it out. Chantel says, one more time says, don't scrape the corn off with your plate. Wait, don't scrape Don't scrape your corn off with your
That's just
plate.
that. Keep going, man. I saw that shit. Keep going.
Use bread. Chantel says, well, maybe y'all should get a few kids and start teaching etiquette. One more time says, Des and all bless. One who cares.
Matter of fact, that's actually a good idea. That's actually a good idea. I'm gonna get me a couple of whoever it was that made that comment. You just gave me the idea. I have a couple of friends. We're going to construct a plan and a class for little girls in bad communities, and we're gonna create a place for them to come and learn proper etiquette. They're gonna learn how to spell it. They're gonna know the definition, and they're gonna know how to eat properly by the end of the class.
Okay,
so
but
thank you.
You gonna teach some curfew?
I don't know. I don't know.
Curfew?
I'm from Ann Arbor. They got a community center out here called Peace Neighborhood Center. They just tore down the church by the In and Out in Ipsy, so they about to move that shit to Ipsy. So there is places out here in these communities that people need help. These Peace Neighbors, Bonnie's like my dad. They bus people to these from school all over the West Side to this community center, K through 12, after school programs, college prep, AA, NA, food pantries, everything. So it's about making a nonprofit. You talk about making a difference, make a nonprofit. Just like all these people that's stars at basketball, football, but can't afford to play for the equipment or get money to go to the AAU. We got to start nonprofits. That's what the world needs to start doing. Nonprofits, not just for black folks, nonprofit for anybody that needs that help. A nonprofit organization to help these kids.
All right,
That's
let me read this
world around.
All right, let me close it up. One more time says true story. One who cares says you can't teach someone who you can't reach. Real talk. One more time says bless. One who cares says I've been teaching for over 15 years. One more time says
but
promote
then she
positivity.
also was a person said you can't teach people that you can't get reached. They got to be reached by the right person.
One more time says right. All right, guys, this was a pretty spirited conversation. Again, I if y'all want to do another round two of this, we can. Maybe we can have some more. Maybe I'll have Vicky on next time because I'm sure she feels strongly about this subject. But I appreciate every last one of y'all for coming on, taking the time out of y'all busy day and before the holidays. I appreciate y'all. Everybody that's in the chat right now, stop what you're doing and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you are subscribed to my page because I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but they like kicking. They're unsubscribing some of my people. So make sure you hit the
but we're in this. How you subscribe from here? You just got to go to the YouTube page and subscribe.
Yeah, just go to my page.
I think I already did that, but I don't know. I think I am.
All right, cool. Bet. All right, well, thank you guys on the panel. Everybody that's in the chat, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for engaging. I appreciate that. We are going to call it a night. Oh, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Eat hearty.
Thanksgiving, you already know what time it is. Like and subscribe to the track, niggas. Candyland,
clean or all that stuff. Call me $50.
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Hold up, y'all, for in the back.
And you ain't black.